This video is sponsored by AppMaker. AppMaker is a WordPress plugin that converts WooCommerce website to mobile app. The mobile app builder helps you create native Android and iOS mobile application. Get an opportunity to grab 30% off by being the first 200 signups. Get the link in the description. Hello and hi, welcome back to Educate WordPress, where we talk everything and all about WordPress. I'm Aisha, and in this video we'll be seeing how you can transform your cart page and checkout page and make it similar to Shopify. So Shopify has a unique cart and checkout page, and it is compared to WooCommerce. It's more attractive and everything. So we're going to transform this basic WooCommerce cart page and checkout page. This is the checkout page and this is the cart page that's already given by the WooCommerce, and we're going to transform this cart page into a similar one like this, which is in the Shopify, and we're going to transform this checkout page, which is like this, to a checkout page that's similar to this. So we'll see how this is done, and we just need a simple plugin that's by WooCommerce, and with that plugin you can change the entire look. Before we get into the video, don't forget to subscribe, as we come up with videos on WooCommerce and WordPress every now and then to get your website performance up and top. So for this transformation, we're going to go to our dashboard, and we're going to go to the plugin section and add a new plugin. So here I'm going to click on add new, and the plugin that we're going to install is WooCommerce Block. So WooCommerce Block is the new thing that that's been introduced by WooCommerce. So this blocks is already existing in the WooCommerce plugin within the WooCommerce. This WooCommerce block plugin allows you to create a new section or add new features to your WooCommerce block. So we are going to install this. So this works only with the Gutenberg. So if you are trying to integrate it with the Elementor or some other plugin, it won't work. But you can definitely try both in different sections. So if you are creating a page, so one page you can create with Elementor, another one with the blocks. There's no issue in that. So I've just installed the plugin, and we're going to activate this plugin. So this is a very simple two-step process where you can create a website, create your WooCommerce checkout page towards a similar to a Shopify one. So now we have installed the plugin, so we don't have to do anything about that. So let's go to the pages. Right here we have the pages section, and let's go to the cart first. So I'm going to edit this cart, not the Elementor one, and the cart section that is already given. So here we must have the WooCommerce cart shortcode that's already there. So I'm going to delete this. I'm going to remove the block, and here let's click onto the plus icon right here, or the plus icon over here. Anyways, I'm going to browse that. Else here you can see when you scroll down, the WooCommerce blog section is here. So all of the reviews and everything is already there. So right here we have new options like cart and checkout. You can also do that. You can just click that, or you can just put on slash and select the cart. So here you will get a compatibility notice. So this totally depends upon the theme and how your everything is going to work. So you can just first check how this is compatible to your theme. So I'm just going to give it, got it. So this is the card that's been given by the plugin. So this is what it looks like in the cart. So you can make minor adjustments, but that won't be enough, like full width and wide width. That's the option available. And this is how a full cart looks like, and this is what an empty cart look like. And here you can see the new in-store recommendations are also available. So we are just going to update this. So I'm going to click on update, and here when I click on to view pages, you can see that there are two products in the cart, and this looks similar to what it looks like in the Shopify. So we have created the cart page. So similarly, we're going to create the checkout page as well. So let's go to the dashboard, and here in the pages section, here let's go to checkout, and this one is the checkout that we're going to use, not the Elementor one or the checkout page that's already there. So first we'll try it out with a new page. So I'm going to edit this page. So if there is no two checkout options that are available, you can create a new page with the same name as checkout. So we'll assign that page to the original checkout one. So we'll see how that is done also. So I'm going to remove the block, and similarly, I'm going to look for the checkout block. So here we have the checkout block. We can just drag it and drop it right there. All right. So this is what the checkout page looks like. So you can make the full width or wide width options that's available. So here you will be able to see different options like shipping, sales tax, etc. And another thing that I forgot to mention is the block settings. So in the cart section also you will be able to see few settings, but here in the checkout section there is more settings. So if you want to make the company name, the company name that's given in the shipping part, you can make it mandatory or you can make it optional with these two options. So I'm going to lose that. And if you want to add the apartment or suite number, you can add that. And then there is a phone option, so you can click it off or on. And here you can allow shoppers to optionally add the order notes. So we have an order note option right here. So you can on it, you can click it on or off. So if I just off it, there won't be any order note. So in case you are running a e-commerce business with the clothes or something, you don't want that options. Right. Okay, so there are some other options like show link to the policy page. So you can check the video where we have created policy and terms and condition pages. And there is a return to cart option right here. So that's also available. So even in case the customer needs to go back, there is also another one. Then return to cart page, you can always link this page to WooCommerce cart page. So we had created a new cart page few time back. So we're going to select that page. And if you like show the tax rate after the name, so here you will be able to see there is a tax page. So if I just give that off, there won't be any cart option. So these are the basic things. I'm going to save the changes right here. So here you can see when I view the page, the checkout section is completely different right now, right? So if I return to cart page, we had linked to the other cart page, right? So this is the cart page that's by the WooCommerce. So now we have created this page as cart page and checkout page, but we already have a checkout page that's different from what we have. So this is what we have right now, right? So we are going to assign the other checkout page to the original checkout page. So for that, we're going to go to the dashboard again. And here in the dashboard, let's go to the WooCommerce. And in the WooCommerce, you will be able to see the settings. In the settings, we're going to go to the advanced, and you will be able to see there is a page setup option right here. So this is where you assign all of the pages that's already there. So this is the currently the cart with a page ID number 39 is my cart page, but I want to change that. So I'm going to search for the cart. You can give another name in case you have any confusions. So ID number 7 is the page I want, and I have a checkout page. Again, I'm going to search for checkout. So this is the 40th one. Mine is this 8th one. So that's the page that I have added the new setup, right? Okay. So we're going to save the changes, and let's go back to our website. So let's click on to the cart section. And here you will be able to see that we have our new carts page that's ready. And here you can see the products are there, the checkout is there. So this is completely different from what we had earlier. And when you click on to proceed to checkout, you will be able to see that the checkout is similar to what we had in the Shopify. The Shopify page, it's similar. We had all of the settings, and we had removed few of the parts that we don't want. And if you want to use a different billing address, that is also available in this part. So this is it. We had created a cart and checkout page that is similar to Shopify. And I hope this video helped you, and if you like this video, give a big thumbs up, and we'll see you in another video. Bye.